Hello, welcome. Today we're filming the cast and crew for our interview process of Dirty Air. I have Steve and Ethan with me. Hi, gentlemen. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us. It's good to be here.
Absolutely. Thank you. So, my first question for you both is, what are your roles? Tell me a little bit about it.
So I play the demon Marks. He's basically like Lucifer's bounty hunter, and my job is I've been assigned to come after Ethan.
And what is your role, Ethan?
I play like a teenage boy who's kind of just doesn't know where he's going, and he doesn't know that he's after him, which is pretty funny because I don't know, it's our relationship in like real life is a lot different than the movie.
Right.
I mean, he looks like he's very vicious towards you right now.
Always a threat.
So my next question for you is, I want to talk about your relationship a little bit more. How does your real relationship, like what is your real relationship, and how does that make your characters more interesting?
So what's funny is I'm Ethan's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor. We've been training together for a few years. When I first met Ethan, he was a kid. He walked into adult class, and he was kind of in that in-between age where he was too young for adult class, too big for kids class. So we had him with the adults. So the first, at least the first year of me knowing him was I was in a protector role, you know? And the irony is it's completely flipped the script, and now in this movie I'm coming after him.
Yeah.
I'm sure that definitely is entertaining and maybe made it a little bit more hard to do the difficult takes too of you actually chasing him. So you mentioned you're a jiu-jitsu instructor.
Yes.
So what in that role of being a jiu-jitsu instructor, like, are you able to show God in another way? Like, is that through?
So I think what people don't really understand is what we do is so much more than fighting. On the surface, I'm showing people jiu-jitsu moves. I'm teaching them how to strangle each other. I'm teaching them how to get out of danger and protect themselves in dangerous situations. But a lot of times what happens is like, you come in for that and you end up really finding yourself and learning who you are through the adversity. Whether it's just kind of pushing through to get through the class or seeing that you want a little bit more, you want to get in shape, you want to be a better person. The mat is a great place to like let all your demons out.
That's a nice expression too.
Fitting, right?
Very much so. Now, gentlemen, I do also understand with your jiu-jitsu studio that you do community service as well. So what does that look like? What do you do with?
It looks like anything it needs to look like, right? It looks like, a kid comes in, is being bullied, his parents can't afford self-defense lessons, and we take them under our wing. It looks like a teenager needs his first job, and we're there for them, and we give them some responsibilities. The whole thing is really just helping us all grow as people, and I mean, I'm growing as much as they are, and I feel like at the end of the day, I'm learning as much from them as they are from me, so it's really like, it's a community vibe and that we're all helping each other get better.
That's beautiful. Awesome. And I don't think there's a better way to show God than directly by being a part of the community and just loving your neighbor. So that's really cool. My last question for you is, Ethan and Steve, what are your connections to the character?
I was kind of in like a bad place, just like the character in the movie was. Just didn't know where he was going. I was doing a lot of bad things, just not knowing what I wanted to do with my life. So I kind of was just like having fun and not caring. But when I really found jiu-jitsu, like, when everything like kind of like dropped down and I was just like, dang, like, what am I gonna do when that like hits in you? Jiu-jitsu was there for me, and I was just really just committed to it. And once I found that, like, just going out and just leaving everything on the mat is just such a much better feeling than going out and just doing dumb stuff,
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Do you feel like your character helped you grow?
Yeah, I mean, the character in the story has to, just like how I am in real life, like, it dropped to him, like, dang, like, this is all getting really serious, like, he's after me and everything, like, you would never think that type of thing. And so just like, I think it's a lot like just like in real life, like you just spiritually, like you're going down this path straight down, like you want to, when God's there for you, you gotta like you got to follow him and his path because he wants the best for you.
It's beautiful. Thank you. And for you, sir?
So for me, I think it's funny that my character works for Lucifer, and in life I've worked for a lot of bad dudes myself as a bouncer on the Strip in Vegas. No, just kidding. But I grew up Catholic, and a lot of it was, fear of hell, fear of the devil, fear of demons, and maybe not everybody, but growing up, my family always kind of teased me, and they're like, the devil's coming after you, and there's a monster in your closet, and it's like, it's kind of cool that now growing up, I get to play that monster, and I get to kind of like channel that, and what I always kind of imagined, I get to be that when the camera rolls, so it's fun, it's different.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Ethan and Steve. I appreciate you being here for the interview. And if you want to hear more about the fun adventures of Ethan and Steve in their roles, then go to dirtyairmovie.com and follow us on social media. We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and last but not least, be a part of our process and go to Kickstarter. Be a part of funding us and making this dream become a reality. Thank you.